Hello, this is Edwin Fontanez, and in this video, I'll be covering police brutality. Now, I chose this particular topic because it is a hot topic and an important one. It is truly a real issue in the United States. In this video, I will be covering what is police brutality, facts about police brutality, and finally, some examples of police brutality. In the first peer-reviewed article, it explains what exactly counts as police brutality. It says the abuse of police authority can be defined as any action by a police officer without regard to motive, intent, or malice that tends to injure, insult, trespass upon human dignity, manifest feelings of inferiority, and or violate an inherent legal right of a member of the police constituency, in the course of performing police work. The police physically abuse their authority when they use unprovoked force, unnecessary force in controlling a situation, or excessive force in conducting an arrest. Now, so this is police brutality. It is excessive force when it is not needed. And police brutality has been rising in America. Now, in this article here, I had some facts. I found this part of the article, or this particular fact, astonishing. It says, American police killed more people in March of 2015 than the entire United Kingdom police have killed since 1900. A total of 111 people were killed by police in the United States of March of 2015. Since 1900, the entire United Kingdom, 52 police have been killed by police, which is amazing. Just in 1 month of this year alone, there's been more killings by from police officers than there has been killings from police officers in the United Kingdom since 1900, which is a crazy fact. It is very surprising to see this fact. In the next article, I found this story to be interesting. Now, I will read the story. It says, police officers were looking for the defendant, Carson Atkinson, on a parole violation warrant. The officers located Atkinson riding in the passenger seat of a vehicle and executed a traffic stop in order to place him under arrest. The police officer stopped the vehicle, but Atkinson refused to comply with their orders to exit the car with his hands up. An officer subsequently removed Atkins from the car and put him on the ground. While being removed from the car, the defendant attempted to resist by kicking. He also refused to put his hands behind his back by keeping them under his body. During the struggle, officers observed what they believed to be narcotics in Atkinson's mouth and ordered him to spit them out. Unsure of whether he had weapons, the officers warned Atkinson that if he did not comply with their orders, they would have him tased. When Atkinson refused to comply with the officers' orders, one of the officers tased his leg through his clothes for about 4 seconds. While being tased, Atkinson inadvertently opened his mouth, revealing a white substance in a plastic baggie. The officers once again ordered Atkinson to spit out the contents. Atkinson still refused to comply, so the officer tased him on the leg for a second time. This second tase lasted about 3 seconds, but the officer was not aware that a fellow officer decided to simultaneously tase the defendant's other leg. The defendant spat out the baggie from the mouth, and the officer determined the substance was cocaine. The whole incident lasted about 1 minute. After the defendant was arrested, the police discovered another bag of cocaine in Atkinson's pocket and a handgun in the trunk of the car. Atkinson was charged with 2 counts of criminal possession of a controlled substance in the third degree and criminal possession of a weapon in the fourth degree. Atkinson was moved to suppress the cocaine obtained from his mouth while being tased, but the Thompson County Court denied the motion without a hearing. The defendant was convicted on all counts of subsequently appealed his conviction to the Appellate Division, 3rd Department. Now, when continue reading the article, it explained that the officers were justified in their actions of tasing Atkinson's in this instance, and that it was not excessive force. But I have to disagree. I think the simultaneously tasing his leg was a little bit. Now, in this next article, talks about Freddie Gray's death. Now, Freddie Gray died in the custody of police as a result of a spinal cord injury. And there was eyewitness explaining that it was unnecessary force by police officers. And it was later determined that Freddie Gray was not secured on the transport vehicle, and he died a week later after police custody. And it was all because of, police brutality, not securing him in the transport vehicle and using excessive force on him. And, it's something that is sad that he had to die in police custody. Now, moving on to the final article. I found this part of the article very interesting because I kind of agree to a certain extent. It says that police brutality is an extension of white supremacy. Says, it explains in these couple of paragraphs that police officers want that power over minorities and want to, show their power to minorities and to show that they're in control and to show that they can do whatever they want. Pretty much displaying police brutality as, gangs, like a gang, like a big gang. I'm not saying that all police officers, brutalize anyone they see, but it's something that's growing at a rapid rate in America, and it is an unfortunate circumstance. And so those were the peer-reviewed articles. So I've covered the facts about police brutality, what is police brutality, and finally some examples of police brutality. Thank you.